Balla seemed very excited there. I'm excited because Balla's excited, honestly. I really am. But yeah, and also that play there at the end, 2 players going up to the sky, quick decision making, love it.
Yeah, needed to drop down. Also, we see we're jumping on board with Ghost Aiden in the match as well. Storm in here. M-Fam Tig repping the Mercs fam on the West Coast. Howdy in there as well. And Aiden wanted me to make a little correction. He is actually living in California. He just had a little bit of a stay in Denver for a bit. He wanted me to correct that because he's
Aiden's a Cali boy.
Not based in Colorado, based in good old I was going to say C of A, but I don't know where I'm going for that since it's also Canada.
Yeah,
but based on that West Coast. But here we are.
It's also not California of A.
Yeah, exactly. You know what we're talking about since I clearly don't, but we see Aiden putting pressure onto urging him to get away because he doesn't want to face that match. We are on NA West. We've already qualified.
Aiden, he owns all of that. That player was completely lost at that moment. That is unfortunate there. You know, I hate to speak ill of players because I know that this is like such a tense situation, but in those moments, you just always got to look around. But Aiden, just as I say that, Aiden was just not aware that Pure Heisen was right next to him. He does have the rift to go, so that could be the saving grace to get him out of this fight in case things get a little too hairy.
Yeah, but you can't really rift at 22 effective HP against players of this quality. They will tear you apart.
That's
when
a good
you're
point.
in the sky.
That's a very good
point.
point.
And if you look in the bottom right, he's not quite in that safe zone. Needs to stay inside that moving blue line until it finishes lapping up with that white line. And he's going to opt to pop the rift. So everyone in the lobby is going to be looking towards him. 40 players remaining, looking for the top 25. But as I was saying earlier, we have already qualified through 17 players to the Fortnite World Cup final in New York City on July 26th to the 28th. We're looking for 2 more from NA West as Howdy picks up a great elim right there.
Yeah, that player also was getting pressured from up above. So Howdy able to just dive in and get that short-range third party, right? Puts the pressure with that legendary AR.
And already sitting on 3 elimination and has used a lot of glider redeploy, only sitting on 1 charge. Got Myth in the lobby as well, had a great performance yesterday, challenging towards that top spot. Aiden here, Unicorn here, urging, Instinct. This is a stacked lobby so early on. Skaloosh going down, still 37 players left, so top 25, 15.
Look at the angle.
And the victory royale, but Aiden putting his rifling work just on a show right now.
Yeah, that was such a great angle. He was on the pyramid, but he had that look right through. So even if a player was going to try and challenge him, they weren't really going to get much value out of that. Aiden, though, saw that player clearly. Now Myth is going to be right next to Tig, and Myth able to get the better of Tig, and Tig still going to be in this game here. Myth, there you have it. He's going to manage to pick up the elimination and scoop up some of the merchandise.
As we get closer to that top 25, 28 players left, Myth is actually now pinned against the Storm. Aiden trying to drop on him. Myth opting to go in the middle tower, but gets picked it up by inflated duck. He says quack, quack. However, was inside that top 25, so 3 points for him there. As Aiden trades one out onto Joshy's as well. And
there's a player there.
Away, has to be careful, so opts to cover himself with the ramp and move 1 square over. Good decision there. Now looking for the next rotation. Top 20, Golden Boy. As Ripmate picks up a quick double, he said, hey, keep an eye on me today. I'll be challenging towards that top 20 spot, maybe a top 2, showing up there.
Yeah, well, Aiden is the one that we're currently going to be taking a look at right now, and Aiden wants to get inside of this player's face. You can see, just trying to top himself off, but poor Ripmate, you said that he wanted to see him into that top 20. Well, you managed to make it, but unfortunately, your run ends here in this particular game because of Ghost Aiden, and Aiden still going to be in the shuffle. Got a couple ballers down low, and Aiden waiting till that absolute last moment to push on out of there, and Howdy's going up to the sky. See what Howdy opts to do. Oh, Howdy's going to pop up right behind. He didn't even realize it. Unicorn thought that Howdy may have gone all the way down, but Howdy course corrects, goes into the storm, and then comes right back out and makes him pay.
It's so hard to hear those players diving down that fast without the redeploy coming out, as now Howdy is able to take advantage of the player who was also Boogie Bomb. Aiden going down to OGC Freak. Like I said, it's so hard if you're not looking for it right away, but Howdy was looking for it. Expects the players coming from above. When you have brick and metal building around you and you're rifling away, you have to be constantly checking around. But as you said, has no builds, now relying on these other players, needs to go fight, trying to find where he can. But I Do Catnip is directly behind him. Can he win? And he does. I Do Catnip didn't do enough, apparently, as Howdy takes him down. 8 eliminations and that much closer to the top 5.
Not a lot of builds still, and Balpy, he's getting trapped outside of that circle, brother. That is a rough one. Now you gotta stay in that baller because you don't have really much of a choice. Howdy's still gonna be in the high ground. You got Ace Noipy as well. Wilds is gonna be in the mid, and Eddie's is looking to challenge this. He's looking around. Can he find his target? He got Balpy at the bottom. You have Howdy over at the top in the ultimate high ground. Wilds picks up Eds with a shot there. Still, Howdy on the right side of your screen, and then Boppy in the baller down low. Boppy has 10 effective HP. That's it. He has no health. That shield is going to be the one thing that will protect him here. But Boppy, does he look to capitalize on this? He comes out of the baller, but Howdy Doodah picks up the victory royale and 10 eliminations to boot.
Great to see.